નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, let us continue question number 11 of exercise 6.5. This is the topic of standard 10 chapter number 6 triangles. So what is the question? Question is an aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at a speed of 1000 km per hour. At the same time, another aeroplane leaves the same airport and flies due west at a speed of 1200 km per hour. How far apart will be the two planes after 1.5 hours? So, let us consider that both these planes are start fly by this same point. We are taking it as the origin point O. One place is going towards the north direction, one is going towards the west direction. We know that the angle between these two directions is of 90 degree. So let us assume that one plane which is going into the north direction is travel the distance ON, and another which is flying to the west direction is traveled OW this much of the distance. So both planes after 1.5 hour, let's suppose one of the plane is here and another one is the here. So when we join these two, we are getting this type of one right angle triangle, right? So here we can say that we have to assume that both these planes are flying at the same height, so that this will become an right angle triangle. So here we can say that this triangle WON is a right angle triangle, right? Okay, now we have to find out the distance between these two planes, W and N distance we have to find out. So as the plane start from this point and going towards north direction, this much of the distance it covered in how much time? It covers this much of the distance in 1.5 hours. We have the speed, we have the time, we have the formula, that is speed is equals to distance over time. So if we want to find out the distance, what we have to do? Speed into time. We have to multiply speed and the time. So this distance ON, how we can find out? That is the speed of the plane which is going to the north direction. This is the speed Sn. So here we have to consider S as a Sn. So Sn is what? Is 1000. Here we have to multiply it with the time. So time is here 1.5 hour. Let us convert it into the fraction number. So 2 ones are 2 plus 1, that is 3/2 hour. So here we have to multiply it with the 3 by 2. So what we are getting? ON, we are getting 2 5s are 10. So 500 is there, 500 into 3, that is 15,000. Right? In the same way, now we can find out the distance OW. Right? OW is equals to the speed of the plane which is going towards the west direction, and the speed is 1200 kilometer. 1200 kilometer per hour, and the time is the same, 3/2. Let us cut it. 2 6 are 12, 600 is there, 6 3s are 18. So here we are getting 1800 kilometer. This is also 1500 kilometer. So this is the distance OW we are getting. So okay, we can represent this distance over here. This distance OW is now 1800 kilometer, and the distance ON is 1500 kilometers. Right? So now we know that as WON is right angle triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we can write down that here hypotenuse is WN. WN square is equals to WO square plus NO square according to the Pythagoras rule. Now Wn square is equals to, what is Wo? Wo is 1800. So 1800 square plus, what is No? 15,000. Sorry, here we are getting 1500 kilometer, right? Not 15,000, 1500. Yes. So On is 1500, 1500 whole square. Okay. So now let us find out the squares. That is 18 square is 324. 3 to 4 zeros. Here we have to write down 4 times. In the same way, 15, the square of the 15 is 225. So here also we have to write down 4 times zeros. Okay, so now let us add it. The 4 times zeros will remain as it is. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 3 plus 2 is 5. So here we are getting this much of this amount. That is Wn square. Right. So now what we have to do is find out the square root. So see, 549. It is not a perfect square number. So how to do it? See, this 1000 we can write down separately. That is 549. Let us factorize it. This number is divisible by 3 because 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 80. Let us check it is divisible by 9 or not. 5 plus 4 is 9, 9 plus 9 is 18. Yes. If all the addition of all the digits is divisible by 9, then the number is divisible by 9. Why we are divided by the 9? Because 9 is a perfect square number. So when we divide 549 by the 9, what we are getting? See, 9 ones are 9 6 are 54 and 9 ones are 9. So here we are getting 61 nines are 549 and this 1000 we can write down as 10,000. Why? Because this is a perfect square number. This is also a perfect square number, but 61 here. 61 is not a perfect square number. It is also an prime number because 61 has no factor other than 1 and 61. So now let us find out the square root both the sides. We are getting Wn is equals to square root of this 9 is 3. Square root of the 9 is 3. Square root of the 10,000 is 100. And the square root of this is remains under root 61. So let us multiply these numbers. 300 under root 61 kilometer. So this is the distance between these two planes which are going to the different direction. After 1.5 hours, they are 300 under root 61 kilometer apart from each other. Okay, let us study the question number 12. The question is, two poles of height 6 meter and 11 meter stands on a plain ground. If the distance between the feet of their poles is 12 meter, find the distance between their tops. Two poles we have given. Let us consider one pole AB, second pole CE. This pole, first pole is 6 meter of the height, second pole CE is of the height 11 meter. The distance between these two poles is 12 meter. All the things I have written down here. What do we have to find out? The distance between their tops. That means A to E distance we have to find out. Right. Here we have to suppose that both the poles are perpendicular to the ground. So here we can write down that angle ABC, or simply we can write down angle B is equals to angle C. Both the angles we are taking 90 degree. Right. Now let us join A and D. When we join A to D, what will happen? This angle and AD is, let us suppose that is parallel to BC. So again this angle A and D, angle A is also become equal to angle D and it will become 90 degree. So here ABCD is become an one of the parallelogram in which all these angles are 90 degree. So we can say that ABCD is a rectangle. Right? If ABCD is a rectangle, then AD and BC will become equal. AD is equals to BC, and BC is how much? 12. So this AD we can write down 12. In the same way, AB and CD will also become equal. AB will become equal to CD, and that is equals to 6 meter. So CD we can write down 6 meter. Now see, total EC is 11. So EC is divided into the two part. EC is equals to ED plus CD. Now EC is equals to 11. ED is equals to, we don't know ED, but CD we have, that is 6. Therefore we can write down that ED is equals to 5. So now this will become the 5 meter. Okay, so it will get the total. C to D is 6 meter, E to D is 5 meter, and the total distance from here to here is 11 meter. Right? So now, as this angle is of 90 degree, this angle is also become of 90 degree. Right? So here, angle ADE is equals to 90 degree. So in triangle ADE, now we can apply the Pythagoras theorem. So we can write down that AE square is equals to AD square plus DE square. This is where you can write down according to the Pythagoras rule. Now A square, that is we have to find out. AD is 12, so 12 square. DE is 5, so we have to write down square of the 5. So now what is 12 square? 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25. So the total will be 169. A is square, we are getting 169. So now let us take the square root both the side. Therefore we are getting AE is equals to 169 is a perfect square number of the 30. So AE we are getting is equals to 13, and the unit will be meter. So the distance between the top of these two poles AE we are getting 30 meter. So this is the simple, we have to use the Pythagoras theorem, but first of all we have to understand how we can write down these dimensions. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.